On to you, Capricorn. So you have the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, Four of Wands, the World, the Devil, Two of Swords, Page of Cups, the Empress, the Ten of Swords, and last but not least, you have the Six of Swords. So, excuse me. So what I'm seeing here for you, Capricorns, the World represents Capricorn. So you did show up here. So, and you have the Devil right after that. So that's Capricorn too, right next to each other. A lot of Capricorn energy. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is the Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Four of Wands. The Knight of Cups, you've known some people, okay? You're getting to know someone right now. Let's get into this. You're getting to know someone right now. And you Capricorns happen to particularly like them, but you want to make sure that those people are being serious and they're not just acting like they're good at first and then moving the goalposts and switching up a little bit later. You want to make sure that those people actually bring value to you. But then you have the Knight of Pentacles. This person seems to be very attentive. They're paying attention to the things that you say, right? They're listening to what it is that you're saying, right? So that you can, so that they can essentially give you the type of love, right? Love languages, right? That you want. They can speak to you in your love language. We're going to get into that. And because the Four of Wands, you want to be able to actually be in a real relationship. But at the same time, we need to tell the truth here, because people who usually like to play games, especially narcs, as we like to call it, those are people who like to listen to what it is that you have to say. That's why it is I was saying that at the end of the day, all these stupid love languages, why don't we just do all 5? Why don't we just do all of the love languages? Like, what type of a relationship are you in where you can't seek out physical touch? What type of relationship are you in where you can't give? The person literally tries to punish you for something that's not even planned. You want to give a gift, because giving gifts is something that's not planned. It's just an inspiration. It's something where you wake up one day and maybe you're out somewhere and it's not something that you intended on doing, but you get this inspiration that you want to give, right? But a lot of times, people who intend on playing games with you, they will listen to what it is that you have to say and blend in like a chameleon. And there's chameleons on both sides. So the situation with that is you have to pay attention to this, Capricorn. You have to understand that, yes, I know you want a family and all that. I know you want love and all that, but the game, I ain't gonna say the game, but what you Capricorns want, people will prey off of that, right? I know, because deep down, you Capricorns want love, to be influential into people's lives, to touch, to reach out, and for you to make some sort of impact on them, right? To touch them in that way, or in a sense of impact. You know what I'm talking about. And people will use that against you a lot of times, right? Because they know that you Capricorns want to be influential. They know that you want to make some sort of impact. But at the same time, you Capricorns really have to watch yourselves because of the fact that people will use that. It's all good and dandy, but people will try to drain you of your resources, right? And they won't think twice, because that's the majority of what's out. Most people, they don't know themselves. They're not in touch with themselves. But what they are in touch with is a parasitic mentality. So then you have the world. So you have to understand the world for what it is. The world is a very cold place if you allow it to be a cold place. The world doesn't necessarily have to be very cold. It really doesn't. But it becomes cold based upon your level of understanding and the way that you apply what you've learned. So the world can be one of those things. It could be a place, a big place where it's like it's just so much of opportunity and discovery. Or it can be a place where it's big, but it's just a lot of people out here waiting to try to take advantage of you. Ultimately, it's really up to you and what it is that you want to perceive it as. The devil represents, but a lot of you Capricorns may have a slight skew in your perception to think that you have to really be out here overly watching and overly precautious, right? Because of the fact of what has happened to you in the past. And that's not necessarily really true. That's not necessarily true, because what you're supposed to really be checking for is you Capricorns are really supposed to get to know the nature of parasites and what they look like when they're trying to leech off of the host, in the sense that understand the games that people play. You want to understand the games that people are playing out here, so that way when you're playing those, when you're not you, but when they are playing those games, Capricorn, you do not get caught up in the crossfire of it all. That's the situation. You want to be able to identify when someone is being fake or plastic or artificial, so that you can leave the situation and dub them and be like, nah, you out this, you done, because you know what's coming next. That's why it is, and I'm not a strong proponent in just blatantly telling a person what it is that you want, because a person will be like, oh, okay, and literally give it to you. And technically, those narcs, I don't want to say this because I don't like them per se, but those narcs are technically correct, because you're at that point when you have to come out and just tell those individuals what exactly is going on. You have to understand that when you're doing that, you're making it transactional. You literally just told those people what it is that you want. So you're making it a transactional type of relationship. You want gifts, you want this, you want that, you want the other. Instead of going through the relationship naturally without having to tell them that. See, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, people don't know what it actually means to be in a relationship at all. Why are people sitting up on the internet telling y'all to tell people how to treat you? Come, fam, we're giving too much credit to people who are grown and who need to start using common sense. If a person, there's no exception to this, if a person cannot learn and understand what respect is, if they do not experience respect on either side, what it means to give it, what it means to receive it, why would people tell you to explain to people how to respect you? All the person is going to do is literally give you a carbon copy and paste right back to you of what it is that you had asked them for. And actually they're right, because you made it transactional in that sense. So when you think that people are playing games with you, Capricorn, just leave them alone. You don't even have to explain to them what is going on. You shouldn't explain to them what's going on. These are people who are dumb. They are dumb. They finding it, I mean, my gosh, they are finding it difficult for them to do what? To have common decency and respect for the person who they messing with? What does it say about them and their mentality? So then the Two of Swords now represents, yes, these types of relationships should not have to be like every time. It does not have to be this power struggle. It shouldn't have to be like that. The Page of Cups, if you stay in relationships with people who are like that, then it means that you have to learn to understand what is it about you Capricorns that wants to stay with these types of people in the first place. So a lot of you Capricorns have to understand to let those people go. When those people are playing games like that, you have to let them go. And not only that too, but when you keep those types of people around, the functional people are going to run away from you. They're going to stay away from you. You know why? Because your life is not clean yet. Your life is like a spring cleaning. You're supposed to clean every couple. Let me explain something to you. Every couple of months, you're supposed to take a panoramic view of your life and of the people who are in your life and do some spring cleaning. If the people are rock solid in your life, keep them in your life. But if those people are all over the place, dysfunctional, you have to shed those people like hair. You got to get rid of those people. And I do this every couple of months. And I suggest this is what it is that you Capricorns do as well. See, a lot of times people will stay around in our lives that are dysfunctional. And then you have the Empress. And the Empress represents when you do this, if you decide to do this, that is, a lot of people are not going to like you, because it's not like they didn't feel like this before. They're going to make themselves overt with it. And instead of being covert, they're going to make themselves overt with it, where now it's a situation where they're going to show you just how many games they can play with you, in the sense that they're going to switch up so fast it'll make your head spin, so to speak. Because you Capricorns are going to be able to see like, oh, we was cool like this. Now all of a sudden you talking trash. Oh, okay, so you really not meant to be trusted like that. I got you. You will see how fake a lot of those people are when they start talking slick to you. And then you have the Ten of Swords. It'll be a shock to you to see the types of people that act like this, whether it's friends, whether it's family, whether it's romantic relations. You will be shocked to see who acts like this. But the Six of Swords, this is just a part of the process. You're cleaning those types of people out of your life because it's necessary. All of those people are doing, what those people are doing is just bringing dysfunction and terrible energy that clogs up your life. People being around you can literally stunt blessings for you. Literally. It can literally stop blessings for you, where you're in a situation where now you sitting up here thinking, well, why is it that it's so hard for you to find somebody new? Because you haven't learned to let go of that. You haven't learned to put that behind you. Whether or not you're physically with them. You could not even be with these people, but you still carrying these people with you because you holding on to them spiritually. They can still block blessings for you. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the world. Let's clarify the world. So to clarify the world, we have the Queen of Cups, the Emperor, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. To clarify the world, this is a situation for you where, yes, the Queen of Cups, build with people that want to legitimately build with you. Build with people and be with people and hang out with people that want to put in an effort to be with you, to hang out with you. Friends, family, or romance. Right? But this is also your search. This is also you Capricorns are looking for people who are like this, but you have to do the spring cleaning first. The Emperor, when you are looking for those types of quality people, right? You want to make sure that you don't rush into anything too fast. A lot of people are out here getting married in less than 2 years. Why? When divorce is so high. Why? Why is that even a thing? So then the Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, as far as meeting new people, you Capricorns are going to meet other people, new people that you haven't even messed with, that you don't know. But it's going to be very difficult, Two of Cups. It's going to be much more difficult when you're out here holding on and very much so still thinking about those types of people that you knew from the past, right? Have to learn to let them go.